Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is lesson 529. Title of today's lesson is Common Mistakes with Plurals of Abbreviations. Yeah, as a teacher, a lot of times I see students misread this and they get confused by this. So this video is to help you not make that mistake or to clear up the confusion. Okay, anyway, somebody wants a screenshot. Let's do it right now. All right, so let's get right into it. Don't read lowercase, so the small. Don't read the lowercase s at the end of an abbreviation. It is simply a plural, so simply read it as a plural. Many students misread this, and we have, I think, 4 examples here to show this. Our office has over 30 PCs, so of course you do not read it as PCS. I don't buy DVDs anymore. So you don't read it as DVDS. She works in an office with 3 other RNs. RN standing for registered nurse. So do not read it as RNS. Okay, so I hope that's clear. All right, let's cover just a couple of other points. It is also important to note that one usually does not use an apostrophe with most abbreviations. Maybe that's why students sometimes get confused too. One of the only exceptions to adding an S to an apostrophe may be if you get an abbreviation that naturally ends in an S. And I give one example of this. We have 2 chief of staffs. That's basically, or 2 COSs. That's the way you should probably read it. So they sometimes make an exception for this because it's confusing for the person who's reading it. He sees COS, a capital S, and then a small s, and that could get very confusing. So for clarity, sometimes they will use an abbreviation. So you read it as COSs, okay, or chief of staff, basically. So we have 2 chief of staff. Okay, and one other little note here. You may also add an apostrophe if the abbreviation is showing possession. You know, that somebody owns something, it belongs to them. The FDA's new policies are strict. So again, you don't read it as FDAS, you read it as the FDA's, and the FDA owns the policy, so you read it as the FDA's new policies are strict. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. I hope it was informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.